Hi, seventh graders. It's Mrs. Fowler. Today's Friday, April 2nd, and since I couldn't be with you in person today, I made you this video instead. So pause right now, go grab your language arts notebook and a pencil, and let's get started. All right. Welcoming activity today. Choose your dream car. We've got the big wheels. We've got the car made of puffy plastic. We've got the old-timey Model T, and we've got this sweet wood-paneled minivan. Now, I am going to go with the minivan. What about you? All right. Today, everything that you work on is going to continue to build your skills in logical thinking, right? We're getting really good at logical thinking so that we can evaluate arguments and create really strong arguments of our own. So remember, logic is a clear and reasonable way of thinking about something. And it's when we have ideas that follow rules, okay? We call this being valid. So put that word valid in your brain and kind of store it away, because next week you're going to hear me talking about valid quite often, all right? Let's do one practice, one syllogism for you to build on what you worked on yesterday, okay? So here is our rule. Frogs live near ponds. That's the rule, okay? I live near a pond. So, based on that, am I a frog? Is that logical? Is that thinking valid? Shout your answer at your computer right now. And let me tell you what I was thinking. So, I know we have a rule about frogs, right? The rule is that if you're a frog, you live near a pond, period, right? But I don't have a rule for ponds. So I don't know for sure who else besides frogs might live near a pond. So although I do live near a pond, there is no guarantee that I'm a frog. So this one is a no. This is not a valid, logical string of thinking. Great job if you said no. Today, I have two cool tasks that I need you to accomplish as you prepare to think even more logically. So you're going to practice today with these two tasks. So I'm going to spend just a few moments talking you through these and explaining what you need to do. You can always pause the video, complete the task, come back, finish watching, or watch through the whole thing and then rewind if you need more direction, okay? So let's talk about the first task, convince me. This task is all about the extra long-lasting sugarless gum. What does that have to do with logic, Miss Fowler? Well, let me tell you. Your task is to write me a letter explaining to me why I should get a pack of that gum for you, okay? Why should I get that for you? You know, guys, that I'm a very logical thinker. I love logic. And so you need to really craft your reasons carefully to ensure that they're sensible and that they're logically valid. So your first task is to write me a letter, send it to me on Teams chat when you're done, and explain to me logically why you need that gum. Okay? That's task number one. When you're done with that, task number two looks like this. Unsolved mysteries. Unsolved mysteries. So we have three cases that we're going to try to solve today. The case of the dangerous golf ball, the case of the high-kicking horse, and the case of the squashed scooter. And each of these cases requires you to use very specific logic to solve them. All right? So your directions for this, after you finish this video, you can go to our Teams page, our class Teams page, and you're going to find each mystery stored under files, okay? It's stored under files. Let me show you where that is. So if you open up Teams and you go into our class page, this is what happens when you click on it. Open up Files. and you'll see the cases. These PDFs are stored. And so when you click on one, you won't be able to type on it, you won't be able to write on it, but you will be able to read through the case, and you will be able to try to solve these mysteries. And so you're going to see a narrative, a story about each mystery, and then you're going to see 3 different exhibits, 3 different pieces of evidence, okay? 3 different pieces of evidence. So you want to read it really carefully. You want to examine the clues, look at the evidence, and then each mystery ends with a question, okay? Ends with a question. Your job is to answer the question, all right? So just see how many you can get through. Think logically, of course, and you can record your answers to each case in the notes section of your language arts notebook, all right? And we'll discuss your findings on Monday. So one more time, this is how you'll practice. You can decide what order you work on these tasks, and if you don't get all the way through, that's fine, just so long as you're doing some logical thinking for the next, 40 minutes. All right? Good luck, and I'll talk to you on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody.